going to have a go at cleaning my rifle out here in the field, and I've got my cleaning rod, which is one of the Tipton ones, and I'm going to try this rifle craft. It's in their old label, but it's apparently it's their new C4 carbon remover, and I'm going to give that a go while the barrel's still nice and warm. And I have got the KG12 copper remover, but we'll see how much is in there, because I'm not too bothered about taking all the copper out. I don't mind leaving a little bit in. So let's just see how we go. Shut this little patch. Just leave that a second. Muffle this bit of spillage. That's nice and grey on the end of that. So all I'm doing now really is putting these wet patches in, and what I did use was a cotton bud a minute ago, soaked with this stuff, and just rubbing it over the face of the crown, and with sort of gentle rubbing, it actually did get the majority off. There's still a little bit on there soaking, and I'll give you a quick shot of that in a second. Now, the reason I'm doing this while the barrel's still warm is because I want to see if it gets the carbon out better while the barrel's still warm. And I mean, obviously I'm out here in the field, the sun's on the barrel as well, so that's still going to make it warm. What I found by rubbing the cotton bud onto the crown and working that off is the first time I've been able to get virtually 90% of it off in that first, sort of minute or two of just rubbing that onto the face, onto the crown, and it's done that on the face because I don't know why, but it used to be so difficult to get that off, which always leads me to believe that if you can't, I mean, there's all these people sort of say that they all, removes carbon on contact and everything else, so why doesn't it take it off the crown straight away? And I thought, if it doesn't take off the crown, how much rubbing do you have to do inside the bore? I don't really like using phosphorus bronze brushes, or I prefer to use the nylon brush. And so long as you're getting the majority out, and get rid of all your carbon, a little bit of copper is okay to leave behind in the micropores. Right, I'm just going to show you that that crown. Right, let's just tilt this camera up a little bit. Right, I hope you can see that. But I say the majority of that is gone, and it's even now it's just flaking away. So I'm pretty impressed with that, and that's why I'm going to sort of try it with the barrel being still warm. Just set this back up. Just a minute. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the brush to loosen it up. Put a bit of stuff on it. Hang on a second. I'll just soak the brush up again. Actually, probably a good idea to remove this. As you can see, there is nothing on there at the moment. So put that to one side. Now you don't have to be too vigorous with this. Like I said, the barrel's still warm. Well, it seems to be gliding nicely smooth through the bore. But what I'm going to do now is just going to let that sit. That's the great thing about using these nylon brushes. You can change direction and okay. I'll take that out. that a little wipe over. As you can see, where are you? There. Some nice black carbon on there, and hopefully that's loosened a lot of that off. And I'm going to leave that to soak for a few minutes, and then go back in with some patches. In fact, actually, while the camera's still rolling, I'm going to flush some of this crap out, and leave the solvent from these clean soak patches inside the bore. And I'll just show you a picture of that. As you can see there, it's nicely grey, dark sort of grey-black, and I'm going to push, let's say, a few wet patches through, and then just leave that to soak just for 5 good minutes. And I'll get back to you in a minute. Now that's the crown, which I left soaking, and as you can see, in fact you can almost see my face in there. You can just see these 2 little bits here that are left, and if you take a quick look at the sorry about that, just a minute. Sorry. Let me zoom out. You see how nicely clean these threads are? Well, I'm telling you, some people, they don't want to clean their threads. That's entirely up to them. But this was what came off the face and what came off those threads. Now, for those of you who are not bothered and you want to leave it, then hey, that's fine. But that carbon eventually will bite into those threads. And for what? You know, all you've got to do is literally use your nail, your fingernail, just get in there. I mean, the carbon remover does most of the work anyway, and all it does is just loosens that off, and you just get those threads nice and clean. And like I said, it takes a minute. I mean, there's probably some people that say, oh, I can't be bothered, and they think it's a little bit anal. Fine, don't do it. But I shall get the rest of that off anyway with some virtually dead paper. And I mean, I like to have a shiny crown, and then I know that everything else is clean. I mean, why neglect that? Clean the inside and not the outside. So bear with me a minute, and I'll just get back to you with the inside the bore. Okay, right. It's had a good sort of 5 minutes there, and soaking with the C4 carbon remover, and I'm now going to see just how much is left in there. this dry patch. Let's have a look. Okay, as you can see, there's not anywhere near the amount that there was before, and so a few more dry patches and see. See that? As you can see, they are it's a tiny little bit. And what I'm going to do is a few more dry patches, and then I'll go in with a bit of a bit of copper remover. And sometimes that does indicate, if it goes brown with the KG12, then there'll be a bit of carbon in there, a bit of copper. Sorry about that. Okay, as you can see, there's barely anything left on that patch. So in a second, I will go in with the copper remover. Okay, so now we go in with the copper remover, the KG12. Okay, now what this should indicate, hopefully, it will be, there probably will be a slight little bit of carbon, but hopefully if it's brown, then that should indicate that it's copper. So just 1 second. Okay, so let me just try and get a close up of that. Now these little bits of brown just there, I mean, there's a slight little hint, but this should indicate that there's a little bit copper left in the bore, and or indicate that there's copper in the bore. So we're going to go in with about 2 more patches and see how much kind of pulls out without using any brush or anything, because this KG12 it is pretty strong, and I don't need to remove all of the copper out of there. This is purely so that you get the surface copper off, and leave the micro copper in. Just give that a little shimmy up and down the barrel. And then what I'm going to do is let that sit for about 5 minutes. and let that just etch its way into the copper. I mean, that's if there's hardly any in there anyway, because these custom barrels, if you break them in right, and let me just show you that patch there. As you can see here, there's hardly anything on that. That's virtually a clean patch. So like I say, I'm going to leave that to soak in there for about 5 minutes, and see if anything else comes out. So catch you in a minute. Okay, it's been a good 5 minutes now, and like I said, normally I don't brush copper out of a bore, not unless it's really sort of soddened or caked up in copper. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to put in a nylon brush, and I'm just going to put just a little bit of fall down, and I'll put that through and just see if there's anything that actually comes off with a couple of strokes. I'm just going to give it about 5 strokes. And we'll see if it pulls anything else out. I mean, all I can see is yellow from the solution. There doesn't seem to be any black on there or anything. So we're just going to patch that out. Doo-doo-doo. I'm going with these bigger square 223 patches. Good sort of 1-inch ones, these. And let's have a look at that patch. Okay, well, that's the patch. As you can see, nothing on there, no copper and no carbon. So we can just dry that out, and I'd say this rifle is clean. And normally I always finish up putting a couple of drops of gun oil, which I'll show you that in 1 minute, and I'll just give it a coating and then use 2 patches to take the majority of that out, and just let that oil get into the micropores of the steel as a barrier. And what that does, it really helps from or preventing build-up of carbon and copper attaching themselves to the bore as much as when you don't use it. And seems to work. And I've shot this cold bore first shot, and did a 3-shot group as I did on one of my other videos, and it just grouped, you know, within one hole. So none of that that problem with point of aim shift. I'll show you that patch. I mean, that's all dry now, and I'll show you that that oil. This is the KG4 gun oil, lasting lubrication, corrosion protection, and like I said, one patch with a few drops on there. Get it into the bore, and then you mop out the excess, and then just leave the lightest, finest film of oil in there. So let's just get that out. And what I do, I take the bore guide out, and because I don't need oil in there particularly, I'll just take one of these round patches, and that's easily enough. And then just feed that into the bore carefully. And give that a bit of a slide around. Get that just coated up. Let it come out. And then, like I said, use two of the bigger patches. In fact, put the bore guide back in. I'll just show you what's on this last dry patch. Let's get a close up of that. Okay, so you can just about see. Can I picking that up? There's hardly anything left on there, but hopefully it has left just a little microfilm of oil in that bore, and that is clean and protected and ready to go again. And I'll just get you a last closing picture of this in a second, so just bear with me. Now I thought I'd show you the bolt here, and particularly the bolt face. I'm hoping I can pick that up. And so it's nice and clean. And okay, just make sure that you've got no kind of black in there, and still nice little bit of grease left behind those lugs, so they're okay. And I'll close up and I'll just put the rifle back together and give you a shot. Just a minute. And there she is, all back together, and ready to take her out in the field again. This was just a video just to show my my cleaning out in the field. On my table there, it's so nice. I thought, why not clean it here in the field rather than taking it home and cleaning her in the garage. So I hope you enjoyed that, and hope it wasn't too boring. But that's just a quick vid showing my cleaning regime on my Remington 223. Cheers for now.